Well, I mean, you're going to come in eventually for some of it, though, right? I mean, it's unrealistic. They're not going to wait. PA's not going to wait for you to leave experience. But I like that pick, though, with the Wyvern. Yeah. Really great at cutting out the Troll Warlord already with these 3 heroes.
Winter is already, yeah, as you mentioned, kind of decent already against Magnus and Rubik because the counter initiation is good. You were mentioning that Motivate had a nice already pick-off potential with the Void Spirit. This adds to it. And with Tidehunter plus Winter, you have a great counter initiation. Like, your team fight is scary good. And Neon Esports, if they want to go for a 5-on-5 engagement, it's tough now. You kind of want to go for pick-offs and try to play around the enemy team and try to use Troll to push towers.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really that big of a fan of the Ember Spirit pick here for Neon Esports. I think the Wyvern already, like, the gank potential is kind of incredible. I mean, Void Spirit's pretty darn quick. You know, he can even Astral Step from the tree, set you up for the Yule Scepter, and almost certainly get you with that combo, or even just a Wyvern from the fog with an Aether Lenser with a blink, just blinking in, hitting you with a Curse to set up, because, you know, Curse is a great team fight presence as well, but it's also great for just locking down the spirits, generally speaking.
That is true, and with a Troll as well around you, usually Troll's positioning, you have to be really careful. The Winter's Curse could just make you murder your teammate. It's not... Like, you see what you mean against the Ember, but Ember's matchup against Void Spirit's also kind of nice.
That's true, right? The lane is not... It's very skill-based. It's actually a really fun lane to watch. All the spirits and the pucks and the quaps and... You know, these
most the classic mid laners.
All the classic mid laners compared to your DK, DP, where these two just beat on each other.
The super mid laners.
Yeah, the tank, the ultra heavies.
No, I meant super like literally the player, because that was what he was known for.
Oh, okay,
yeah, because he used to play all these mid laners. You're like, are you really a mid laner? Super's like, yeah, I swear DK's a mid laner, dude. But yeah, it's I agree with you. The caster mid laner is always really fun to watch, or these kind of very mobile heroes. I think Ember does falter a bit against Tider or Snapfire, because yes, you can avoid the Ravage, but you cannot cancel Snapfire. I mean, unless you go for Yule's build, you can't cancel the Snapfire ultimate with your Searing Chains, and your Searing Chains do nothing to Tidehunter either, because he just dispels them really easily. So it's not the best hero, honestly, against half the draft, but I can see, particularly against the Void Spirit, a way to cancel this early mid pick, right? A way to punish this early mid pick. I like the band, by the way, by Neon. I was thinking PA, to be honest, for them. The Morphling, sure, yeah. I think, what does Motivate have that they can still pick against this Troll as a carry? Actually, first it's Neon. They think they need an offlaner. I actually don't mind the Magnus in the offlane, but you don't
I was
have
going
a
to ask JG for that. It's a bit scary, though, here for Neon Esports. I mean, would you like the Magnus 5? Because I think Rubik 5 rather is just so bad.
I agree with you.
So it would have to be a Mag 5 at this point, or an Ember. No, an Ember 5. I mean, we've seen it. I feel like I've seen that from Neon. I'm not gonna lie.
Just because you're with a Troll, yeah. I mean. Just because you're with a Troll, I think it's kind of okay to run the Mag 5, because he's such a strong laner. It makes up for your weak laning phase, which is your weakest part. And a Skiro can be a really big difficulty for the Tidehunter. But then I'm thinking, what offlaner do you want to run? Because you don't know what the carry is, you don't know the lane. Like, for example, Centaur looks nice here because he's just consistent. He won't lose most lanes, and he always offers something nice for your team, particularly for the Troll. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Centaur here. Along the same veins, on Mars seems fine to me as well.
Okay, yeah, give you a little bit more team fight, because right now...
Or Legion.
You don't really have a whole lot of team fight. You have the threat of the RP, which is very real, but if it's a position 5 mag, then it's a little bit less scary.
Yep.
Because that Blink Dagger, instead of maybe, oh, it's 15 minutes, mag is missing off the map, let me not farm this group wave, it's going to be, it's 25 minutes, now I shouldn't be farming this wave. So that changes the way a carry can be played. Especially if it's a position 5 mag, yeah, 25 minutes is pretty hopeful.
Yeah, you're looking for something that won't lose most lanes against carries, because again, they can just counter pick you. The Silencer pick.
Okay, so it is the mag offlane.
No, they picked the Silencer offlane last time, remember?
Okay, yeah, that's right, they did.
I'm pretty sure there's a Silencer offlane, because they did this last time as well. I mean, now, Motivate has a pretty good lineup for a ranged carry, honestly. Honestly, not a bad game for an Arc Warden.
Interesting.
Because he's really good against Troll. Ember's the only problem for the Arc.
Yeah, because he closes the gap quite nicely.
But he doesn't deal enough damage like a Storm or a Void Spirit, so usually Arc Warden can kind of deal with him, and Silencer's not really a problem. Like, honestly, any range carry here makes the Silencer pick a bit weak, because even if you go for the Magnus offlane, it still sucks against range carry. Okay. So if you want, like, Weaver, Clinks, Medusa, Arc Warden, whatever it is, because Drow is banned. Because Drow is obviously the best pick here.
What about a Gyrocopter? You already have an Ember and a Troll who need a little bit of longer fights. We don't really have any nukes, so the fights are going to be longer by their nature. So I feel like a Gyro maybe could excel here.
Yeah, I don't love Gyro against Silencer. Besides that, Light Stealer. Okay. All right, so they don't really take advantage of the silencer pick, I think, as much. I mean, it's not like Lifesteal loses the lane against them, but they certainly don't try to abuse that, revealing such a crazy pick or such a unorthodox offlaner. Lifestealer's okay. He doesn't do anything special with your lineup. You have a pretty decent lineup to use with a Lifestealer. He's pretty good against the Ember Spirit. He'll beat both Silencer and Magnus in lane, though Silencer can give him a bit of trouble if they know how to play that matchup well. It's okay. It's all right. There's nothing too special about anything Motivate is doing. They just have a really good team fight and a solid carry. It's just a solid lineup with good synergy. Nothing wrong about this, honestly. No weaknesses to this lineup particularly, but no really big strengths by their 5-on-5. Whereas Neon Esports, they have some nice counter initiation with the Silencer. The Silencer opens up a lot of avenues to single target pickoffs, which is what they excel at for the most part. And hopefully they can use a troll to get some pushing power in and win in the early mid game when there's still much more skirmishes, many more, 2 versus 3 engagements, 3 versus 4 engagements where not the whole team is appearing. I'm still siding with Motivate though. It's much easier to play this draft. The easy execution gives me a lot more confidence in their lineup.
Yeah, I have to agree. We've seen a bit of Silencer in the offlane. We've seen it do somewhat decently, but I'm not too convinced about how well it'll do. Especially here versus Jackie. I mean, Jackie, the Lifestealer is one of his favorites, not only because then he can show off all of his beautiful cosmetics, but then also just because he does very well in the matchup. It's a hero that he's very used to playing, and that we've seen him have a lot of success on, not to mention he's got a lot of things to back him up. They have a save with the Wyvern, with a Snapfire, both of which are just okay, I would say, this game, because we still have a decent amount of magic damage that both Ember and even a Troll, once he gets that MKB, can actually start doing. So it's not a guaranteed save, but it's pretty darn good, especially early on, just a cold embrace. But game 1 in between these two teams. Motivate.Trust, the winners of the BTS Pro Series Season 2 here in the SEA region, versus Neon Esports, who have been on the up and up.
On the up and up, but on the down and down in this tournament
Recently,
particularly.
yeah.
Unfortunately, right, because I honestly like because I've always said about Neon, I really like that they're a team that has a very defined playstyle. They go for these weird picks like Silencer Offlane, for example, which has been, it's weird but not wrong. They have a logic behind it, and they play it pretty decently, but it hasn't been really working out for them. It hasn't been clicking this tournament. I don't think their draft is their issue, really. I mean, they keep going for unorthodox picks, but it's fine. It's more their execution sometimes, especially towards the mid game. The team fight's not always as clean as they should be, especially compared to some of the top teams in this tournament.
I think that's really accurate. The team fights especially. I think a lot of the individual players here on the side of Neon are very strong. You have Scam, JG especially. Play hard. I do like him on the supports, generally speaking, especially on the Rubik. It's not one of my favorite go-to Rubiks in the SEA region, but I think he'd be definitely up there. You'd be remiss to not name him.
I like Play Hard's Rubik, I agree. I mean, their skill level in general and their understanding of the game is really high, I would say, for Neon. Because otherwise, you can't do drafts like these if your understanding of the level is not as high as theirs, right? Like, they really are seeing Dota and deconstructing the game and everything. Which is why you kind of want to support them, right? Because you like the people that are trying to breach the frontier of Dota. But some tournaments are just not working for you.
I like watching the guys that break the game,
Yeah.
That's why you like watching the speedrunners, because they go, hey, this wall, you can walk through it, and you're like, what?
Yeah, that's why I always buy Silver Edge in each of my games, because I like to break the game.
I like it. I get it. I understand.
I'm turning into you. We're trying new things.
You are. I guess we're swapping roles.
Yeah.
Here's what I have to say. That's stupid. You're stupid.
That's a great swapping. You sound exactly like me. You're so good at this.
At the horn, looks like we might be fighting a little bit. No, not really. Jackie, the golden retriever set, as I like to call it, is going to be backing up. He's got no support here early on.
Wait, the golden retriever? Oh, right.
The golden retriever. Can you see?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Can you imagine if someone told you, like, your Lifestealer, right? Someone comes by to you and goes, I'm going to replace all your bones with gold.
With gold. Like, and also surrounding you when you walk is a cloud of gold and dust. And Jackie's like, hell yeah, how much do I need to pay?
Like, you're choking on your own body as you walk, and your bones are, like, not the best, because gold is not actually the best metal.
Interesting. So we're going for a try on shrine here, and I think this is going to be a big win for Neon Esports, just because you have the Rubik.
And the Silencer.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Two people that make trading just suck in general.
And yeah, exactly. I mean, Winter Wyvern's not bad for tries because the level 1 is really strong, but
Yes.
Snapfire is not ideal because you want a lot more points in your level 1, level 2. Snapfire requires the experience. Meanwhile, Magnus is like, well, I don't care. I'm never getting experience anyway. Joke's on you. My game ended the day begun. Right?
Huh, Q as well has actually started with a Blightstone on the support Snapfire. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but it seems like they were expecting this kind of tri-lane action here.
Yes, I agree with you. It seems like they had an idea in mind. I do think that in a tri-lane, Snapfire is warranted to go for a pointed little Shredder because it does deal a fair amount of damage, you know?
I get what you're saying there, but at least with the Blightstone, you already have like a half value point in that.
No,
right?
you go for both is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it combines nicely together, which I like very much. I mean, Snapfire's attack animation is really nice, and you have the fastest projectile in the game. Well, up there with Sniper Gyrocopter, right? The instant projectiles. So, it's very, very nice, I agree. Though I still like the lineup of it more, because Silencer especially is really good in tri-lanes. One Arcane Curse, and they can't use anything for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Plus, of course, the auto attack modifiers are just always really nice. That's why you said Arctic Burn is so good, which is very true. Fade Bolt as well makes trading even less efficient. It's not a very fun level 1. With levels, though, this tri-lane for Motivate.Trust does get a lot easier. And the good news is that Jackie, once he gets that skill point in Rage, is basically good to go here, unless he gets massively skewered out of position. But that should not be happening in a tri-lane.
Yeah, not with the Rage, of course, right? So,
Yeah.
because you can always avoid it in time. Also, Lifestealer, he's not going to get kills on you, most likely, unless you make a mistake, but he's definitely going to farm, because this hero has ingrained ability with the Feast already, so it's kind of difficult to bring down a Lifestealer. This tri-lane has many more chances of killing the supports, really, than killing in my opinion.
Yeah.
I already have Cookie on Q, by the way, so now it's become even harder for this.
Just glancing over at mid lane. Just about, I mean, it's dead even right now. 13-2 to 13-2 as Yopaj is going to barely have a little bit of an advantage here. But just about even here. So nice, nice close mid lane between the two. It is going to be the Resonant Pulse build here thus far, with only a singular point in the Flame Guard, opting to put the first point in the Sleight of Fist, it looked like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Usually the advantage I see from Ember Spirits in the mid lane is that it's hard to take away their Flame Guard once you get enough levels in it, right, as a Void Spirit, because you deal just barely enough magical damage. So usually that's the most abused part, which is why it's interesting that he chooses to go for Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, first especially, I agree.
Exactly.
They're fighting top, though. It's popping off a little bit. Oh, the great skewer, though. Jackie doesn't have the point in Rage. Underneath the tower, he is dead. JG, can they get one in return? No, the Swinker Blast is not going to connect.
I think Jackie misread that a bit, right? Like, underestimated the power that they had and went for the open wounds point, thinking they could be aggressive. But I didn't see many chances of you being aggressive this lane. However, I did see chances of the opponents being quite aggressive, like they're doing right now against Q. They have the Shockwave right now. They want to bring him back, but they decide to just kick him out of the lane for now.
Yeah,
JG happy with that. Already 2 intelligence to his name.
Exactly. That's the first +2 of hopefully many for him. As we'll check in our bottom lane here in just a bit. But just looking over at mid. Nice job on the aggressive Fortify to make sure that Ember didn't actually eat any auto attacks from the tower, as they are contesting. Oh, wow. Good rune there.
Hard to steal it with the Sleight of Fist. Impressive.
It's a good effort. Good effort.
Yeah, good effort. He did go for the Flame Guard in the end, right? So he's still maxing the Flame Guard. It was
That's
just
good.
an early point to Sleight of Fist, probably to get the extra avoidance. Just fair. Right? I like this build. This is the best build for farming as well.
Masaros? He's okay. He's a tide.
Yeah, actually, Scam could be in trouble, in fact. Immediately. Yeah, he actually turns back, though. Masaros. Here's the Whirling Axes. But Scam is not going to follow, because another Anchor Smash could put him in difficulty.
He's got to respect that for sure.
Yeah. Especially under the trees. Once Tide goes into the trees, you just leave him be, right? You don't want to get a surprise Anchor Smash.
Big win there for Yopaj. They still continue to fight. Dodges the 8th, the Remnant, canceling actually the regeneration rune immediately with the Sleight of Fist. Either that or a Flame Guard tick must have done it. But a big win there for him. And I think both mid laners now are going to be having to pick up a 5-minute bounty, and that's going to be their only source of bottle refill for now.
John L really wants that bounty from the top lane. Let's see Rubik as well joining in. A Shockwave used. They want to kill Q. Skewer is available for John L, but he misses the cookie. Well played, John L. However, he still dies there, but in exchange for a kill and a second one now on Boombell. Did they get the bounty rune?
They did not.
No, Boombell got it.
Yeah. That's okay, though. I mean, JG, he's totally happy with this, right? Now that I think about it, he loves this. He always, of course, especially as the offlaner, is going to put that first one on the Glaives of Wisdom, so he can already start to accumulate the stolen intelligence. He's up to 6 already early on, so keep an eye out on him, because he's becoming, we're going to need to fast track him, he might have to skip kindergarten or something like this.
Yeah, no, he's already skipped kindergarten, dude. He's already in 1st grade. This dude learned the colors in a day, man. That was incredible. JG is so smart.
It is really
Wait.
funny. That's how you're like, my kindergartner is so smart. He knows the alphabet. You're like, wow.
Yeah. You know I know the alphabet, right?
I know
the
too,
alphabet.
huh? Why don't you call me smart, Dad?
Yeah, it was a big deal growing up. Anyway, Yopaj chasing after Fearless here in the middle lane. Nice spirit there preventing Yopaj. Oh, no, Fearless missed it.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good protection, but not quite there. Yopaj just staying
He's
on
gonna
him.
beat him. Yep. Easy.
Gonna beat him to the rune. We don't have
do.
Searing Chains though, but we do have telekinesis. Fearless. Do we have Astral Step to simulate up to the high ground? We're fine.
Yep. We actually did now send the Magnus down bottom, so in response, Q will then rotate on over. Already level 6 here on Skem, as he's just maybe looking to steal as much farm as he can from the stack. Now, he's like, yes, come down here and empower me. It's time. It begins. These two are going to be like Io and Tiny, Io and Gyrocopter, Io and basically any other broken ranged hero in the game. They're going to be inseparable for a bit.
No, I think that in the bottom lane, Q was super happy to manage to actually get some experience now, right? Because he was in the tri lane, he was kind of starved for it, and the Snapfire just jumped to the opportunity.
There's
And
a
Magnus
gank.
is like, guys, I can finally max my power, so I can be a useful buff person.
There's a gank coming top for JG. We have 2 steps with the Astral Step. He does not have the Global. He does have an Arcane Curse, but Fearless doesn't want to go for it.
No, that was smart because they have
yeah.
TPs ready, and Ember Spirit is missing, so you don't know where the Ember Spirit was. Fearless could have been in trouble there, actually. But I like what JG's positioning was, though, there. Honestly, you're a Sun, so you kind of have to accept you're not a traditional offlaner, and if they gank you and you're slightly out of position, you're dead. So he played really, really safely. there,
Oh,
and it was
Fearless
like
is going to scout the big stack, though. That's
Who's that for? Is that for Ember?
Yep. He's got now max Sleight of Fist. Fearless, though, he's going to just stick around here and steal some experience.
They pulled him out of life.
JG,
the
he's going to TP away. He should be fine.
Oh, no. There's still a fair chunk of that stack, especially the big creeps, and now Yopaj is also in trouble.
Oh, he wants the
Remnants
court,
down
no?
to the low ground.
He doesn't want the
Q,
court
we have a
yet.
cookie.
He's got to
Gonna
run
try?
in 1. He's totally fine. Already with the phase boots here. We do have brown boots on Snap, so, you know, they could have kept JC if he was out of
behind
mana.
JG. Starts to chunk at Boombell. Deals a fair amount of damage. Declares away from level 3. Q as well. Where are you
Oh,
going?
nice stun.
Nice stun with telekinesis. Q killed off by Yopaj. More intelligence for JG.
It's up to 8 now? Wow.
Yeah.
Smart cookie, dude.
Very, very nice. Nice one. Well, he's really happy with this because Level Wisdom, you saw against the Winter Wyvern, right? It just deals so much damage at this point. And he's good at trading. He can just stay up here and annoy the Lifestealer forever. His Tidehunter can't really do much against Troll once he gets enough levels. As we're seeing right now, where Masaros comes in, anchor smashes, walks away, because that's all you can realistically do against Troll.
Yep. Level 4 here for Jean is actually pretty huge because now he has level 2 Empower to offer Skem, which will, you know, it kind of sucks when you play in this position because like when the casters bring up your experience, wow, he's got really good experience. This means he can give level 3 Empower now to Skem.
And Janelle's like, I am more than just an Empower. I want to be my own person.
Not for now, you are, John Noel, unfortunately. He will be running away. Again, the
Oh
cookie's
my
gonna
god,
miss.
we just skewered by accident.
There's a DD rune active though. Skem is going to show up. Doesn't have the point in the ultimate yet, however. Does not have a point saved either way. Is the Global Science dodged out by Fearless? Are they fighting mid lane? Was that for bottom?
That was Yopaj got a
It
kill on
was.
Boombell because of that, I think.
Ah,
In the
yes.
mid- in the
Okay.
mid lane.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Because I don't think the silence was for bottom. Well, maybe, you know, to make sure the Troll can get there safely, but... You know, the real problem is not that Magnus died, is that Magnus died and Troll didn't have an Empower. That was the problem, right? You should have empowered him before you died there. Do your role, Magnus.
Come on, Magnus. You're not
Seriously.
here for you to farm. We're here for you to watch Skem farm.
Exactly, that's your game, dude. What a fun game for him. Oh, again, he's gonna die. But
Yeah,
this time he
good
did
skewer.
empower the Troll, so it's
Nah,
all
he's
fine.
dead.
Don't worry about it, John Hill. You did your job.
Yeah. Tanking another gank. He does get the D ward at the very least, so makes it a little bit safer for Troll's farm. But they're unable to actually boot Troll Warlord out of here. He's pretty strong right now. 21 charges, a bottle as well to sip on. I see some people questioning that. That's okay because he was basically alone for the first half of the game. Well, the first 5 minutes of this game, I guess, since it's only 10 minutes in. The stacks, I mean, Motivate.Trust, they're doing a great job here of stealing all the stacks that they can. As Fearless actually, I can't tell. I think, did Skem get those 3 or Fearless?
I'm actually not sure.
The blues are very similar tones, so I couldn't quite tell there. 2 little fights breaking out. Boombell is dead. Fearless has the Dissimulate away, and he's good to go.
Well, that to get another kill onto the Winter Wyvern. Small kill, but you know, Ember's at least making use of himself, right? Skem is a bit more annoyed in terms of farming potential right now than the Lifestealer, who's kind of been free farming in the top lane. And we see Silencer hasn't really been able to match him any longer. Like, yeah, you put a bit of pressure into Jackie, but he continues to farm, and his regen is just too much for you to deal with.
Oh, Snapfire is going to get caught and killed by Yopaj, as they will rotate over him. Fatal Bolt level 3, plenty of magic damage, even for a relatively tanky hero like the Snapfire. As Jackie doing a good job of pushing, even tanking a little bit here, so that the Catapult can continue to just lay down some damage onto the tier 1 tower. Trying to just do as much as he can.
Ganked by Fearless.
Yeah, look at how aggressive. I love how aggressive Motivate.Trust are playing this.
Yeah, I mean, and the best thing is they're ganking really far away from their carry, as opposed to what Neon is doing, right? So they're determining the tempo and giving their carry free space. However, Boombell might die here. We have the Winter's Curse ready. They could try to reinitiate here. Winter's Curse against the time, but Boombell is just going to accept his own fate and fall after dewarding.
Almost got a second deward there. I mean, this is a very contested area right now because that's where the Troll wants to be farming. I think Ember, well, Troll wants to just be farming anywhere he can, right? Getting stacks. But this means that the Ember, who's not off to a terrible start, let's be honest, also can't really farm in the same place. You have two people that want to be farming right now. Yopaj is going for the Desolator, so I do like this. It allows him to fight a little bit earlier on. As Q is, oh, the regen response stop rather for Fearless, but Q is going to get ran down. Yopaj commits the first of his drum charges here, as he will dive the tier 1 tower for this, committing the 1 Remnant, still keeping 1 for his escape. Masaros, though, has the Ravage ready, and a bottle, too. They don't commit this, I think, though. This is a... Where's the global? Oh my god! Okay, Yopaj.
Yeah, well played, Yopaj, using the silence to kill Fearless, and they surprised him in the last second because Masaros was about to Ravage as well. Honestly, nice coordination there by Neon. That's hard to do, man. That shows that they've played a lot with the silencer offlane for some reason.
Yeah, they have. Or just a lot with the silencer.
Also in trouble. There we go. Searing Chains. JG joins in. Now, I don't think Boombell can make out of this alive. And they do give you intelligence to the silencer. 10 intelligence. Wow. Officially graduated from grade school.
Yeah. I guess so, right? Into the high school he goes.
No, middle school, dude. What? Did you not have that in America?
No, 8th grade is grade school for us.
Oh, interesting.
And then with 9th grade is when you start your secondary.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah, I don't understand the British system. I hear people like, you have like,
British.
you have like A1s, you have like D3s.
This is talking about.
There's so many like different tests and standards that are British. I don't understand. And then it's like, oh, the headmaster, he gave me an F. And I'm like, oh no. It's very British. Hermione Granger.
What? I don't know what to answer to that. Okay, I'm just concentrating on the game because your lack of culture is borderline. Ignorance is borderline racist at this point. Fearless in the bottom lane. There's a Searing Chains. Try to find Fearless, but there is no global silence this time, so it's harder to set up on him. Masaro's also nearby, and they start just throwing fire at the Rubik. Goodbye, Rubik. He does deal a fair amount of damage before he goes down. Yopaj might be able to finish off Fearless. As it stands right now, he goes for Boombell and gets the kill with the tower. Goodbye, Boombell. Yopaj now joining in is Jonel. They have the RP ready. Skewer, still RP. Masaros in trouble, but he doesn't have the Kraken Shell. Dispels the RP immediately. Searing Chains again. The damage is sufficient, and Masaros will fall, breaking him open like a melon.
Fearless
this Ember Spirit so effective. Fearless in trouble, fighting against his... What? No, that was so easy. Sleight of fist, and he's done.
What? Did he not have TP? Oh, he cut you. I don't know what he was doing there.
He didn't have TP. He didn't have TP.
I guess the creep wave scouted him because he got the astral step off and away. Hold on, Yopaj isn't done, I think. Jackie has an armlet already, so pretty good farm here. Might be dead. He's got nothing here to actually infest to, but with the armlet, he is pretty darn tanky. He's okay.
Oh, amazing, though. That was really, really well played. This Ember Spirit by Yopaj is absolutely incredible. He's doing so much, man. You were saying, I don't know if I love this Ember Spirit, but look, it's just wonders. Good enough, right?
I love how he's playing it, though, and I can't help that even though Motivate, they're doing the right thing, they're doing it not quite perfectly, so they're allowing for a lot of kills here, right? Because they're fighting into the Ember, which is somehow actually working really well for them. And look, 5 minutes ago, we had Motivate.Trust invading, stealing stacks, and now it's the other way around.
But JG could be in trouble to prevent the Lifestealer. They silence him. He does the armlet though. He can toggle. Doesn't toggle correctly. Yopaj kills him with the Flame Guard mid-toggle. Masaro's now stopped as they still open wounds. Used it on him. He's in trouble, but he does dispel those Searing Chains. Now JG being aggressed by Fearless. They slow him down. Masaros skewer to save his life, but they commit the Ravage. You're gonna die today, JG. And down he goes, but in exchange for Masaro's offlaner for offlaner, as Fearless
Yeah.
also in trouble. Rubik cosplaying as himself, and it's going to be a bit difficult for Fearless to get away as there's 3 heroes circling him.
There's
Finally,
no
they
first.
start to bite, and now rooting him down to the floor, they finish him off easily under his tier 2.
Yeah, Scum did a great job of just zoning out the supports, most of the Winter Wyvern. Forced Wyvern to just Winter's Curse him for himself, so that allows... Oh, hold that thought. Actually, Scam should be okay. He's pretty fast. He uses the ultimate, has nothing to hit, so apparently he just runs back home, I guess.
You can control him if you don't have anything to hit.
Today I learned.
Yeah, if there's no objective that Troll feels like he needs to murder in cold blood, then
I thought it would be like Wraith King Skeletons, where whatever you have vision on, he just starts booking it towards.
No, it's not like that. Thank God.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah. Imagine just Trolls like, all right, I heard the ultimate, but where is he? Oh my God, he's coming for me! And it just comes out of the trees like a madman.
Oh. Yeah, Fearless? A little bit too fearless, maybe. Yopashi got some serious damage now with the Desolator up, and that could very well be Roche.
That's why he's dealing so much damage. Yeah, that makes sense. The Desolator build, I actually love it. It's working wonders for them this game.
Yeah, DD room on scan, so this Roche is as good as dead here already. I mean, what do you even do?
Yeah.
Well, that is going to be already Roche on 60-minute Roche. You actually still have the Empower DD on our Skemberlu as well, as he is incredibly farmed. Already has a Basher even. Deciding to go for that one before the MKB, which is interesting. I'm not against it. I think it's a good item. The build up for MKB is better in my opinion, but I mean when you're this far ahead, I think he's pretty confident in just building whatever here and making it work. Plus a bash against any of these heroes, stopping a Lifestealer, Rage, BKB, maybe getting a lucky bash here onto our Void Spirit. It's all real good.
Yeah. We'll see now if Motivate can deal with this pressure that Neon keeps putting on them, because they need to be able to respond to at least one of these ganks, particularly by the Ember. There is one happening now bottom, Richie.
Yeah, Masaros, he's going to be the one to break the smoke, but they want Jackie. That's all that they want here. He actually has no Infest target either. No one running towards him. There's going to be the Global Silence, so now he can even use the Infest spell. Stolen will now be that Rage, as Masaros doing a good job of holding him back. There's now the Winter's Curse, as well as the Yule Scepter locking down Yopaj to set up for the Aether Remnant, but he's going to continue on fighting, chasing, as Masaros has drawn the aggro of the 3 heroes. Back down the hill goes one. Was that a Ravage I heard? No, it wasn't, thankfully.
No,
they will finish off Masaros eventually.
Yeah, so in the end, Masaros does die, but honestly, in exchange for Jackie, I think it's quite good, because if he hadn't drawn aggro, he would have... Okay, Jackie would have died for sure. Yopaj, did he go for the combo? He did, so he went to the exchange there. Hard to catch Fearless now. Fearless uses the Yule Scepter to spell the Flame Guard as well, and even sets up the Aether
That's
Remnant to
Remnant
make sure he
stolen,
can get
though.
away.
Look at the cast range on Rubik here with the Aether Lens as well. He's dead.
They're gonna kill him? Yes, he's down. And they start now lobbing fire at them, but JG just tanks it, no problem. He's an offlaner silencer, man. This guy has no issue with your snap fires, Mortimer's kisses.
Wow. Yeah, that was incredible. Raindrops even switches over to the strength stretch, just give him more HP.
Yeah, right?
Didn't even care. He's like, I dare you, run at me. You see how little? He's like, this tickles. It's adorable.
It's great. I mean, honestly, this is what it's when you play silencer, or when you play any hero on the offlane, automatically you just become tanky, right? That's just the nature of Dota. You feel the courage surging up inside you. You realize you can go into any engagement, no problem. You become fearless.
I like it. I like it. Scam continuing to farm as he's, I mean, just going to keep doing that the whole game here with the Empower. Full Basher already done. He's the richest in the game. No surprise there. Yopash not too far behind him, though, which is really impressive here out from Neon Esports.
6k lead still for Neon. I mean, when does Motivate start coming online this game? Do they? Or actually, yeah, they do. The 5-on-5 engagement, right? Is when it gets to the true mid game. That's gonna be more difficult for Neon.
Yeah.
We haven't seen main successful Ravages just yet.
Yeah, we need a good Ravage here at the moment, because right now you can't expect the position 5 Wyvern to have really any items past maybe upgraded boots at this point. Well, actually, one item here at the 20-minute mark at least, and it will be, it looks like the Glimmer Cape as they get a kill onto the Snapfire, but staying top lane, looks like Playhard will get punished for trying to copy Fearless. Global Silence, though, as they are going to be fighting elsewhere. Look at this. Scam actually jumping on in, as he will end up getting 2 kills there.
And now bottom, Jackie still falling after JG. Nicer and chains on the 2. This Ember is ridiculous. And Yopash, since he has the Aegis, is actually keeping him at bay, hoping for reinforcements to engage on them. Or maybe he alone will kill them both. Yopash, you're a madman. Look how much damage he did. Wasting their time and forcing them to go back, while he himself conserves his Aegis as well. Yopash is a monster this game. Seriously.
Yeah, he's really showing his stuff this game. He's going to have a BKB, DD rune into the bottle for him. Not to mention that, but a great global again for these two fights breaking out across the map. I saw them kind of skirmishing and button heads in the river, but stood top there to see the first kill. Turning it into two, Skem just kind of shows up. Now he's got enough money for the demon edge. I think actually just the whole MKB is coming to him now. Wow.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, Basher MKB. This is the true glass cannon troll lineup. But try fighting him 1v1 right now. It's absolutely impossible. I don't think Lifestealer can do anything against this troll. And it also completely nullifies the Heaven's Halberd build that Lifestealer likes to go for so much.
Yeah, he's gone for a bit more of a fighting build, especially with the armlet first into the halberd, like you're saying. Which I mean, what do you do? You can't use it against him now because you're just gonna get bashed. You're gonna get what's the active, or I guess the passive called here? Pierce. You're gonna get pierced by the MKB as well. There's so much damage coming for you. They will set up an 8th in a minute. Meantime, Apache might be dead here. Doesn't have a. Oh, he's got Aegis.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it was on purpose because the Aegis is gonna come
Expire
back
in 20. Yeah.
Expire. That's the word. Sorry.
15-0-2 on the Apache.
I love that he keeps taunting while he does these things. It must be the most annoying thing in the world. But now he gets caught. Actually, he might get punished for this. The Manga's nearby. Oh, he just gets away. Never mind. He had a remnant the whole time. Wow.
Yeah, they were.
Even when you feel like he's starting to lose control, he's still in control.
Look at Scam.
In fact, Boom Bell.
Yeah, there's no Winter's Curse. I think it looks like they already had to use it. And Scam can easily kill him here. As the RP will connect onto 2, utilizing the ultimate now on top of the Global Silence. Yule's Scepter will buy him a little bit of time. Scam now just bashing Jackie here. Needs a bit one more. Will find it. No problem. They're caught now in the 8th remnant. But what can Fearless do as he just gets caught in one? This one doesn't look like him. No, this one looks like a Rubik. There's 4 heroes dead now. Neon Esports did not lose anything other than Aegis, which was being reclaimed within 30 seconds anyway.
It's absolutely crazy how much Neon is running them over right now. Seriously. They're diving through 2 towers, no problem. Like, they even used this opportunity, which was a pretty good cold embrace, to turn it into a triple kill. Yeah, right? Just off an RP, which granted, yeah, it was an okay RP. Like, it wasn't the best RP in the world. They didn't even include the carry. It's just that Scam is so farmed at this point that nobody can really fight this troll. This angry man is bashing at anything that he sees. And this is why I really like the pickoff lineups with troll, right? Because any team fight, any small skirmish that you win with a troll, you turn it immediately into either a large amount of farm or a quick objective, which he has done consistently. The tier 2 mid has fallen, and now they can even take outposts if they start wanting to dominate the enemy map.
Okay, we do have an item from Q. He's decided against going for something as silly as a Glimmer Cape, and instead has gone for the Chad Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Yep. So I like that a lot because that'll help solve your problem here of getting actually a good initiation. So we'll see how they can use that for the reveal. That'll be very, very exciting here, as they should now look to smoke up it, perhaps look for a little bit of a skirmish with their superior team fight. Winter's Curse, we've only seen it used onto solo targets to prevent people from dying, and that's it. And that's it. We just haven't been able to get a good one out this game. Not really the fault of the Wyvern. It's just Neon Esports are just playing so aggressively, but without pushing, just as a group of 5.
Yep. They haven't really been. They haven't forced to Motivate at any point to fight 5-on-5, which is exactly what Motivate wants to do, right? And because of this, Motivate's kind of had to separate a lot more to try to amplify their farming speed. Yule Scepter on the troll. He starts the battle trance ready. Ember from behind. Kill the Winter Wyvern first. She might use the Winter's Curse, but she'll die regardless. Yeah, not even going to waste it. Masaro's bashed to death. And that was too easy for Neon.
Yep. Turning the Smoke Ink into something very effectively there. As Scam, he just finds a target, and he's like, okay, guys, I'm going to run at them, then I'm going to kill them. You guys do whatever you want.
That's kind of what it is, right? The troll doesn't care anymore. Oh, nice evasion of the RP with a Yule Scepter there, but they can still catch him with the Aether Remnant. That's enough. They don't need an RP. They have Aether Remnant. They have the Global Silence, and that's going to guarantee a kill. And potentially a tower, thanks to the troll.
Yeah, maybe even the game here. 14k up, Avo, less than 25 minutes into the game. It's looking real hard here. Level 21, not to mention on Troll Warlord, so he's even taking the plus 30 damage here, which I love. Because why not? He's not dying. He's got the ulti. He's only needed to use it once.
Yep, I agree with you. I think that Jackie is in a really weak position as well. He can't man-fight a troll whatsoever, and then you question, well, what's your use, Lifestealer?
And Lifestealer's not like a PA where you can go, okay, I guess I'll just build like a Battle Fury Ags, try and dodge him out. Doesn't really farm that well, unfortunately, or at least not from behind. So
he farms okay, yeah, but he's not PA.
Right, yeah. Oh, they're fighting again. Spell stolen. Boom Bell has the curse and the blink dagger, but gets chunked.
One slide of fist and Winter Wyvern ceases to exist.
I mean, just 18-0-3, by the way, on Yopaj. He's been taunting this entire game, and when he's not taunting, he's killing them.
That key is broken at this point.
Oh,
There's no
hold
way.
on. They're going for it. Gobble up. The eat and yeet. That's off the mark, though.
Oh, with the life stealer to include.
Mm-hmm.
I see. This is the plan all along. But now we have
Sorry,
BKB on
BKB.
Yopaj, and Masaros feels like a fool. Like, I can't ravage this thing. He's golden. Oh, no. And they actually catch a life stealer from behind as well. Jackie's forced to use the rage. First to die will be Masaros. Can they still go for Jackie? He's a bit too fast. They're going to let him go. You live this time, but don't worry.
yeah.
They'll catch you afterwards. They're going up stop for Fearless right now.
My goodness. Super well played. Super well played here. I mean,
I don't know
18k up, 26 minutes in. Oof.
I think they can kill him. Yep, telekinesis. Huge range by Playhard. That's ridiculous. Fearless about to go down. Playhard actually goes to him with a blink dagger, and the TP will not complete as Yopaj burns him down before he can get home in time.
Yep, that's going to be Aether Lens with the level 15 talent of plus 100 cast range for you. Like I said, just Rubik does so well against the Spirits, especially from Fog with the Aether Lens. That's always why sometimes I like to see the Aether Lens, even on a mid Rubik, just because you're so darn good as a spellcaster. Especially this game when you have such amazing spells to steal. We haven't even talked about that. I mean, Arctic Burn even is pretty darn good. Resonant Pulse isn't bad either if you can go for the Agnum Scepter, but instead just the Yule Scepter. So it's a smart play out from Playhard. I think he's doing excellent. I mean, the stats speak for themselves. 1, 2, and 20 is amazing.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's got as many assists as JG has stolen intelligence right now, and both are just really good.
20 stolen intelligence is not bad, to be honest, but I don't think it's silencer. I mean, he's just been a support silencer as far as they're concerned, right? He did okay in the lane, and then he's just offering this global silence is very useful. I don't think he's been like that much of a relevant hero. I think it is just Yopaj popping off this game, honestly.
Yep.
Like, yeah, the rest of Neon played well, and they used Yopaj's ability very well, but the insane advantage that Yopaj got from that mid lane was not expected, to be honest. At least not to me.
Yeah, and he rotated real well, to be honest, right? It's not like he just killed, you know, he didn't just kill Fearless 20 times in the lane. Killed him maybe like 2 times in the lane, though. So that's still pretty darn good. But he's now double godlike. He's 20-0 and something. Scam as well has not even died yet. It's just the supports that are feeding, quote-unquote, here on the side of Neon for a total of 6 kills compared to the 33. And there's going to be another smoke. This is looking like it's one last team fight here for the boys. We'll see, though.
Sean will... Oh, wait. Maybe Motivate can fight this. This might be the first 5-on-5 engagement they get forced.
There's no
Life Stealer, which
BKB on
is
Troll, so they have a chance, but there is one on JG. So we can pop the BKB in global, and again, they're just not feeling confident. They're going to decide against it. All right, well,
Just take it.
I feel like that was maybe your chance, though, because if you can kill... even then, Yopaj is such a big problem, too, and he's got BKB. Oh, it's so hard. The play has to be... You have to... I mean, without Aegis, I don't know. Or with Aegis, I don't know. But you have to hit Ember Spirit with the Gobble Up so he gets stunned. You have to pop a Ravage immediately. Don't let JG hit global, otherwise the fight's over. And then somehow try and kill Scam at least once. Maybe even Yopaj at this point is going to be important. But right now, Fearless is getting ran down by Scam, needing to actually use both Astral Steps to escape and safely TP home.
He's been doing a pretty good job, Fearless, of just pushing up his dead lane, making sure that it's not easy for them to push, right, immediately. But because it's so easy to catch him due to Ember's mobility, it hasn't been the easiest of games for Fearless doing this. And you don't really have a good dead laner in either of your supports, unfortunately. Snapfire's kind of okay. Winter Wyvern can sort of do it, but not against Ember, unfortunately. And this Ember has been the reason why Motivate has been in such a pickle this whole game.
You know what's amazing is that the first defensive item Scam has built here was actually the Aegis. Not even, I mean, Satanic now, but my goodness. All right, Boombell's in a really great position here, but will be scouted as the smoke's breaking around him. Gets the blink up to the high ground at least, so he's got a chance. That would have been probably GG had Boombell been caught. They really need a good curse into a Ravage or vice versa. Fearless nearly dies, by the way.
Easily. I mean, they're just putting the Troll in front because he's the best pusher and also the guy that has the Aegis. I mean, what are you going to do against this? They still have an RP to protect you.
Status resist as well.
That's true. They're even using the Halberd just desperate, like, please stop attacking our barracks. But he doesn't care. He'll beat whatever you throw at him. They throw the Void Spirit. Okay. You might lose the Aegis. Toss the Power Trance. Use it immediately. Yolster to stop him. Where's the rest of the initiation that they have? Well, who's helping the troll? The Winter's Curse? But the MKB alone might just kill a Tidehunter with a Fable to finish him off. There's no Ravage ready for you.
Yeah, Yopaj
and
as
the
well.
Rax will fall.
Dived onto one. Oh, RP, it's going to catch Jackie. Pushed so far away from the rest of his team. Rooted and bashed and now killed. 60 seconds without him. Oh, Fearless is trying for anything, actually aiming for John well, but he will then call it as the rest of Neon. Yep, no mercy. No mercy whatsoever. 37-6, my goodness.
I mean, that was just an incredible performance by Neon. I think they just outplayed Motivate. I don't think Motivate... I think this speaks to what I always say, where like if you have the aggressive team, you always have the chance to propose first, and there's not much enemy team can do against you if you just propose better, right? And that's kind of what happened. Neon had the faster team, for sure, as we mentioned in the draft. Neon could win the early mid-game if they just kind of snowballed from there, and that's exactly what they did. They played it near perfect, honestly, and Motivate at one point just started playing Neon's game, and once you start doing that against an aggressive draft, it's over.
Yeah, it was just really unfortunate. You could never get, like, I like to say that the game's never over if you have good team fight. Even if you're 20k behind. If you have good team fight, as long as you have the levels and the skills, literally as in the skill points, you can always afford to mount a comeback. But they could never put it together here. None of the, I think we saw one Ravage maybe this game. And it's not like there were better chances to use it. It's not like, you know, it was flubbed or anything like that. It was just they never put themselves into a position to really use that great of a Ravage or that great of a Winter's Curse. It was really unfortunate. I mean, you look at this, even Q building an Agnum Scepter somehow, I think like 22 minutes, even in a game where you're this far behind, and it just couldn't get put together. And well played to Neon, I think only really looking for a full 5v5 engagement if they had the global silence. Else, they were definitely splitting the fights. Very, very well played.
Yeah, that silencer pick was absolutely fantastic. They knew how to play that really well. Also, the Magnus had a surprisingly good impact in the early to mid game, even without items, so kudos to him as well. And I think for Motivate, the only issue I would have with the draft would be the Lifestealer particularly, right? Because the Lifestealer is a hero that's quite static. Unlike the PA that you mentioned earlier, you can't really cut lanes if the game goes difficult. Or you can if you went for the older build of Radiance, but not with the current one. You can't really cut lanes. You're not really a hero that can kind of jump to the back lines either and surprise them unless you have a vehicle, which you didn't really because Void Spirit got cancelled really early. And if you had other heroes that might be a bit more flexible in the team fights, you might be able to still get pickoffs off. But in the Lifestealer, the moment that Troll just started to outfarm him, you were done. Like, that game was over for you because you can't man-fight enemy carry. There's no purpose for the Lifestealer to exist any longer. And that's what we saw constantly. Jackie just being a bit useless because the game got out of hand. So congratulations to Neon, though. Really, really well played. And I'm happy to see them back in shape, honestly.
Yep, indeed. Back to Neon back in fighting shape here versus the champions of the BTS Pro Series Season 2. Stick around, guys, as this is a best of 2. You're watching the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13 online. We'll SeekNStrike Avo Plus. We'll be back with draft number 2 in just a bit. See you then.